Brews and Banter Podcast. What up? Welcome to Brews and Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got juice or whatever. He's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
My question to everybody is, does Delaware have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rockin' and the brew. Well, happy to fuel. And I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. It's loud.
Yeah.
He's actually lucky he had to go here.
I had to give up on that. I'm going to trust y'all. I'm going to trust that y'all can hear me good.
Wait a minute.
Look, if I go out, y'all just let me know. I'll turn the mic back on.
There you go. We here live at Human Robot with the co-owner, Jake Atkinson. Is that
yeah, you got it.
Got it. I'll make sure I got the last name right.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you
Give you a round of applause.
It's in there. It's in there.
We're clapping for you.
This is episode 189 of Brews and Banter Podcast. So for
Getting close.
everyone who's just joining us for the first time, welcome for our returning guests, viewers.
Welcome
What's going on?
Hey.
How you doing?
I keep forgetting that you're recording.
Yeah.
And I start looking that way.
And we live here.
And we're live on
We're live
Instagram
on IG right now too. So we are in the building. If
Literally.
you can't
As you
tell.
can
If you
hear.
don't know,
Yeah.
turn your speakers up.
Because you can hear it.
Because you can definitely hear that we are on location.
We have
I tried to
ambiance.
turn it all off.
It's all good, man. I told you we like a little bit of ambiance.
Just the ambiance, the experience. You got to keep things cool and all that good stuff, and make sure people ain't hot after they drinking.
Close that door.
We got one of them scary fridges right there.
The meat fridge.
Meat fridge.
Yeah, that's where you keep bodies in there.
Yeah.
Not here though.
Scary.
Not here.
No, just in the movies.
In the movies, dog. What are you talking about? Crazy. You went too far.
Got pink dollies.
Well, we
I
want to
appreciate
thank
that.
Jake for coming on and
Yeah, thanks, Jake.
and,
Thank you for having me.
having us. So because we really want to know what's all about you, as well as what Human Robot is all about, what Human Robot even means, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So before we get into it, we are drinking a couple beers right now. So we always like to know what we are drinking on. So what are we drinking today? What do we have here first?
So the first beer you have is Turkey Time Splash. One of our partners here, we call him Robo Wonka. He does all these splash beers. They're like heavily fruited sour beers. He used to work at Imprint, so he took a little inspiration,
He know
with
all about
him
that.
as he came over here.
I can see that.
So, yeah, it's great, and it's been a great thing because it's not something like our brewer's a classic lager brewer, and it's not something he would normally know about or know even how to do. So it's great to have a different person come in and be able to do something like that.
This is good.
Yeah, glad
Cheers
you
to
like
this.
that.
Pass me another.
I definitely like this.
Yeah.
Pass me
I'm a
another.
sour guy.
It says the ABV on this thing is 6%.
6%. Okay.
6%. I like that. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
They got the cranberries and the cherry. It's Thanksgiving just
Passed.
slid past us.
It's the Thanksgiving season.
Hope
if you will.
a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
As well. Cheers to y'all.
So if y'all got you sip this, have some turkey and gravy.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Stuffing.
I'm sure at this point your turkey is in the turkey soup thing or something.
Or a turkey salad.
Turkey salad.
Turkey sub. I ate turkey. One year I ate turkey subs for like a week.
Yeah, you was telling me
And that was horrible.
So when is
When do you get over it?
leftovers over? Is it Monday?
So, yeah, I pose that question. A lot of people say just
You bring a
day
plate.
after.
You bring a plate. See, I say if you
'Cause-
can make it and bring a plate to lunch on Monday to
Yeah,
work,
You can.
and then that's it though. Like, don't eat it for dinner.
Yeah, like I know last night, like because we had some left over, so we ate it for like lunch, but we didn't eat it for dinner.
Were you talking about the gravy shots yet?
No, we're talking about Thanksgiving. When do you think Thanksgiving leftovers need to be gone?
like eaten by?
Or just
when's
done,
when's
or
the
you're not eating
like
it
whatever
no
is
more?
left over, we can't eat this anymore. It's been in here too long.
Me, I'm not much of a leftover guy. 2 days.
2
Okay.
days. Okay.
That's to me. That's the average.
So by the end of
Yeah.
by the end of the weekend, then so everybody, I'm wrong. I'm late on mine going.
I mean,
going
but
for
I mean,
lunch.
you go
on
deep
Monday.
into the week?
No, I would take it to Monday's lunch.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
I guess
Then I'm
it's,
done.
because it always falls on a Thursday. So yeah, that is a long time.
I look, hey,
Or maybe you didn't eat it. Maybe
I'ma do
you
it.
didn't-
I'ma
So
do it.
are you
Watch me
eating
tomorrow.
this? Are you
I'll take a
eating this
picture.
throughout the
Yes.
weekend too, though?
yes.
Yeah, nah, fuck
That's
that.
a lot
If
of turkey, dog.
I eat it throughout the weekend, Monday, I am not eating.
So this is my holiday. This is my holiday, and this is what this holiday is for: is to partake in the special meals of turkey, stuffings, cranberries, and whatever else
okay.
you put on your Thanksgiving
Understood.
plate. So I'm not going to do this too much often, too much more
Okay.
until next Thanksgiving. So
Okay.
let's indulge now.
Yeah, I understand. But this is a good thing.
It is. This would go
If I would have
really
had this on Thanksgiving, I would have been killing them.
Now, what are you drinking, Jake?
This is Czech 10.
Okay.
This is our Czech Pale Lager. This is, I think, the first beer we probably brewed here.
Okay.
And it's like 4.2%, and you can just drink it
Kill
for
it.
a lifetime. I mean,
For a
honestly,
lifetime.
Honestly, I never get sick of it. I never get sick of it.
All right, so let's jump into it. Well, I mean, we can go to the other beers, but let's jump into let's go to the beginning. Like, how did, like, one, how many? I know you're a co-owner. How many co-owners are there? How many owners are there? And then we'll get to other
Yeah.
questions.
So basically, to start, like for Human Robot, it's myself, Kenny, who I think you've met Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny owns Memphis Tap Room, and he's about to actually be out of that and be here more full time. Like, but he's been in the beer industry 25 years. He knows everyone.
Yeah.
His daughter worked at Cantillon. Like, he knows everyone. And then my other partner, Chris Roller, is the Robo Wonka, so he's the other owner. And then the other partners are brewer Andrew Foss, who this was a brewery before it was Human Robot.
Okay.
It was called St. Benjamin's.
Okay.
They were around probably 4 years.
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
And Andrew was their head brewer.
Okay.
Okay.
And so when we were looking for a brewer, I was kind of interviewing his assistants because I was told I couldn't afford Andrew because he had like some crazy. He was actually just working at Mainstay down the street. In the interview, he's like, "No, I want to come back. I'll take a pay cut and let me do what I want to do." And so, because we didn't really have visions of being a lager brewery, that wasn't something that you would think a couple years ago. Like, I'm going to make a lot of money opening this brewery, and we're going to focus on lager. Like, that doesn't work.
IPA was still.
It was still the haze craze, and that was where our heads were at. And Andrew's like, "Well, can I do a couple of lagers?" We're like, "Yeah, sure, buddy. Have fun. Like, you can do a couple of lagers." And then we all start drinking them. We're like, "Is this the best lager in the United States?" You know,
You can do a couple lagers. You can do a couple more.
We're gonna put this on the menu.
Yeah, so we then just kind of keep leaning more into it, and it's been awesome, you know, and it's just been great to see, and you know, so that's basically where we are as a brewery now. I mean, we still obviously love hazies and do, I think, are still world class hazies and you know sours, and we got some stouts going and barrels and some crazy shit.
Nice.
I want to go back 1 second. You said this was a brewery first. And
Yes.
then was there anything in the interim, or did it go from them
No,
shutting
basically
down
the
to
guy, he's the guy who owned the whole building.
Okay.
And then he sold the whole building to a developer, and then we found them, and they leased us the first floor, and then they built apartments upstairs. So, like, for the original brewery, they had a hole right there, and they had this whole second floor as storage and another walk-in.
Yeah.
And so it's been rough for us. We actually just got a warehouse down the street because it's been rough.
Yeah,
it's
definitely,
tight. Like, this is
definitely
as much room you can't imagine. It's Tetris in here normally.
Right.
But yeah, so, and they won a lot of awards for their German Pilsner. But they did a lot of other stuff. I don't know. Just, you know, I don't know.
Talking about Human Robot now.
Yeah, exactly.
So where did the name Human Robot come from?
So basically, it's from a Daft Punk show I went to in 2007. So it just, it's honestly, it just kind of worked, and it was always in my head. And me and Kenny were trying to come up with a name. I said, just this name human robot's just always been in my head. And he's like, cool, let's do it. And now it's been kind of great because now it can kind of represent both sides of the beer spectrum, like the human being the lager side, the robot being hazies, sours, stouts, shit like that.
Right. Why?
What do you mean why? Because it was so different.
No. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I got
like
you.
That,
I got you.
That yin and yang.
Okay. All right. I thought that specifically human and specifically robot for these particular beers.
No,
but okay.
It's literally just because, it's just.
It's like
I like
yin
it.
and yang, that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So the beer you got right here now, this is the Tamavi 13. So
what's it called?
Tamavi.
Tamavi 13.
Tamavi. That means dark.
That's what I was about to ask you. What does that mean?
So that just means dark.
Dark.
And when it says 13 and like this is check 10, that's the original gravity. So that's the sugar content of the wort before the yeast is introduced. So what happens is like it'll go from 13 to say this one probably is like down to like 3 or 2, and then that's how you get the alcohol content. You do a little math, and it's just how much sugar did the yeast eat and how much alcohol did it produce shit out.
Yeah. That's basically what we're doing.
Yeah.
Drinking the toilet.
That's the.
Now, did you say exactly when Human Robot started? Like,
We opened 6 weeks before the pandemic.
6 weeks before the pandemic.
Yep, February 6, 2020.
So how did that affect you?
Want to talk about it?
Fucking crazy. No, I don't want to talk about it.
Are you over it? Are you okay?
Yeah, it hurt.
Absolutely. Guns is blazing, and then 6 weeks later,
it was wild. It was wild.
Yeah.
6 weeks. So then it was like, okay, I guess now we need a canning line. Now that was like year 2.
Yeah.
We'll get a canning line. We just had crowler machine. We were doing crowlers, and that we survived on that for the first couple months. But we got the canning line in August of 2020, and then we were really able to just move beer. And I mean, the good thing about the pandemic, people were still drinking crazy.
More.
People drink more. Doing that.
The window to go. We were doing delivery. We were mailing shit. So we were doing everything we possibly could.
A gift and a curse.
Yeah, and it gave us time to learn and really dial the beer in too.
Right.
It really did. And for me personally, it was great because I had basically a private clubhouse here for a year and a half. So like I wasn't that upset.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I was missing out on a lot of money, but like I had my own bar.
Right.
So like because everyone was, you were struggling. Like, like no one could hang out, and I was just here chilling all the time. So it's kind of great.
The pandemic had me put a bar in my house.
I mean, you had to.
And I was just sit there and just drink.
I don't know if that's sad.
It is a little sad, but it's okay.
What else were you gonna do?
Now, not so much.
Right.
Now you made it through, and the bar looks great.
Yeah. Thanks.
So we know that Ken, Memphis Tap Room and all that stuff. So how did you get into the beer industry? Like, were you always in the beer industry?
I was always beer adjacent, so I was always a beer fan. I've been in the weed industry.
Okay, I was coming up with
In the weed industry?
Yeah, like I had farms in Northern California.
Oh, okay.
Like, hundreds.
You still have these farms?
No, I do not have these farms.
You know people who do have these farms. We'll talk offline.
So basically, me being the weed guy, beer people like weed people and vice versa. So it kind of got me an upper hand in the beer world, knowing like kind of hire beer people just because I was the weed guy too. Right. So like it just kind of went that way. And then when weed became legal out there and less, you couldn't, there was no money to be made anymore. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll get into beer. Like for real. So I moved back here, did sales for a larger beer company, and then homebrewed for a while. And I've been a part of the industry for probably 15 years, just kind of hanging out with brewers and traveling around and going to JVF and all that stuff and meeting people. And that's why, one of the reasons that this works better is Kenny has all the connections in the years. I have lots of connections in the years. I mean, a lot of breweries open, you're just a home brewer, you have good beer, but you have no idea of anything.
Now you said you came back here, so you're originally from this area?
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
I am Philadelphia born and raised. I grew up out in the suburbs, like Fort Washington is where I was from, but then went to school in Vermont, and then came back here, and then California, Hawaii, here. I'm here again now. Here to stay. Now I got a family. You know how these things go.
Yeah.
He said it like I'm stuck.
Get out of
I got a family. I'm stuck.
I had my fun. It's good though. I mean, this ain't so bad, you know.
Right. That is true. Good point. Now, you did say that you did home brewing.
Yes.
So, do you still brew?
No, I'm not. I mean, not really. No.
No.
No, I don't homebrew anymore. I don't. I didn't travel with the equipment. I actually moved, and then I gave all the equipment to a friend of mine. We had also bought you ever seen those half barrel systems that are it's kind of
big, but not real, but not super huge. Yeah,
it's like a really nice home.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah,
we had one of those here when we first opened, so I was kind of playing around on that, and then Andrew the brewer was like, "Yo, get that shit out of here."
What are you doing?
That's cool. Get the fuck out of here. He's like, you can do whatever you want on there, but we're not going to be able to recreate anything you do on this little stupid thing. So it really doesn't mean anything. You can have fun, go nuts, but don't come to me with a recipe because it's just not gonna. Doesn't transfer like that. Okay. So, but look, homebrewing's still super fun, and I suggest it for anyone because you don't know about brewing beer unless you do it on a really small scale that. You really know what each thing is happening. It really is an awesome thing to do, and I would recommend it because there's so many people who they're brewers that work in breweries that are in big breweries that just push buttons and they don't even know what's going on really. You know, so it's just definitely I think homebrewing's very cool and great thing to do. Do you homebrew?
No, I did try it. Sucked.
You did?
It fucking sucked, and it's just it's because when you do homebrew, miss one step and you fucked.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's not gonna be good.
But it's only 2 weeks though, right? 2-3 weeks, maybe 4.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you missed a step. Make it again.
I could have made it again. But
It's like a
so
whole
depressed.
day. It's like a whole thing, man.
It's a day thing. You got to take one of your weekend days and
Not gonna do that.
go in.
No, I'll go buy it. I'll come to home human robot.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And another thing is that it stinks. So if you got other people in the house and you do it in your house,
They upset.
they be like, "What is that?"
I had to do it
smell,
I did it outside for sure. My wife would kill me. That's just
Mixing
ridiculous.
together. Don't smell good.
Yeah.
They're like, "What the hell is that?"
I mean, I did it once. It actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know why he stopped.
And then you didn't do it again?
He never did
turned
it
out
again.
good, and then
It
you
turned
just
out good. It was crazy because at this time I wasn't even a beer drinker, but
so this is before the podcast.
it was good.
But the thing was then we had, my wife was pregnant at the time. Then she had a child, and then it was
That's
after
it.
that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's pretty much when my homebrew career ended once I had kids.
I think if you started before kids, it always ends once the kids.
Yeah.
start.
Well, it's also hot and it's fucking,
Right.
And it's, like you said,
it's
it stinks.
dangerous.
Yeah.
So I never went back after that. I keep on saying I will, but I have not.
We're
You
gonna
saw
have
all
to
the
try
equipment?
it. We'll just do it.
You have all the equipment still?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll just
I
try
mean,
it.
some things
We'll
still,
try it
but-
again. We can try it together if you want.
I'm here too.
Yeah, I mean,
Invite me.
if you're interested.
We'll try a bruising banter brew.
Yeah, we got to do that shit outside.
For sure.
Thanks. You encouraged this. We'll
I
try
mean, it is a good way to spend time with your friends and shit, though.
Right,
Just do
right.
exactly
Yeah, that's
this.
true. Right. That's true.
It would be good content.
I
That's
guess
for sure.
that's the good
Yeah,
part
I was gonna
about
say,
beer,
definitely have to
period.
afford it.
Because of this,
Yeah.
you get to do this with beer. So, yeah.
Now we know that Kim was already in the area and the brewer was already here. So how did you already know mutually because you were in the industry? How did you all come together? Actually, I guess
Me and Ken were kind of hey, let's open a brewery.
Okay.
And then
Wait, so you already knew Ken?
yeah,
Okay.
we just from the beer industry, and he's like a weed head.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me.
So we bonded instantly over that, obviously, and then just came time. We're like, yo, let's open a brewery. So we actually bought a building in Kensington,
Okay.
in the middle of the shit, right in the middle of like where the whole opioid thing's going on. We were kind of hoping it would turn around a little bit. It's gotten worse.
Yep. I was about to say,
Fucking
Kensington.
horrible.
You bought a building
Yo, it
in
is.
Kensington?
So and we were gonna like
what's
build
going
a
on with that-
brewery.
What's going on with that building?
It's just
Huh?
there.
It's just there.
It's just there.
It's
We
just
waiting for
there.
we waiting for these heads to move.
Yeah. It's crazy out there. I mean, we couldn't even start working on it because like the junkies will just steal everything in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
They stop
I can't.
traffic over there.
Yo, it's
they just be in the
it's
middle of the crosswalk.
scary.
Like,
It's scary. It's
yeah.
bad. It needs to be dealt with. But that's a whole nother fucking podcast.
Y'all ever seen The Wire? Everybody seen The Wire? Remember Amsterdam?
That's just like
Yeah,
That's what it
Amsterdam.
is.
They
It's
just
like
let
the
it-
cops
they
just
just
drive
let it
by, man.
ride.
They just drive straight by.
Just let it
those
ride.
Yeah.
So rather than build a brewery and spend $1 million, this came up. So we got in on it, and we wanted just another partner. I mean, it's just better when it's two people. It's better to have three, like in that kind of situation. So there's always can be a 2 versus 1, because if it's just 1 and 1, you can butt heads.
Right, yeah, that's true.
You want to have like something like that. So we brought in Roller because he was looking to open a brewery, and this was obviously we could all save a lot of money if we just do it together and do this. So, and like I said, I was just interviewing people. I'd known Andrew. I'd known this brewery when it was St. Benjamin, so I knew him. And then after that, the rest of the staff is all just basically industry people that I've known and Ken's known through the years. So we've got a fucking sick team, just awesome team here, and it's just it's been great, honestly.
That's good.
Now you actually have, I guess, 2 locations, right? You have this one and the one in
Jenkintown in the suburbs. So that's the same kind of
nervous. I thought
situation.
that's where we were supposed to go when I got here. Somebody was like, "Yeah, you have another address." And I'm like, "Where you guys at?" Because if y'all at the wrong,
Yeah. What if we was in
I was
Jenkintown?
like, "I'll be late. I'll be late, guys."
So that's like kind of near where I grew up.
Okay.
And that was a finished, full, built-out brewery.
Oh, that one was too?
Yeah. The person, it was originally Guild Hall. They lasted 3 months.
Oh.
They built this, and it's gorgeous. And they built the whole thing. Again, this is home brewers. Get some money. And then don't have any idea how to actually run that business. Like, or brew commercially. So they lasted 3 months, and then the Chamonix Creek took it over. And then with COVID, and they had some other things, they just wanted to dump it. So I was like, all right, I'll take that. So we've been brewing a little bit over there. We're setting up some more equipment to brew more there. But it's a really sick location. It's beautiful building.
Is that going to be a tap room or just?
Yeah, it's a full tap room. It's open. It's rocking right now.
Okay.
It's really cool. It used to be a Rolls Royce dealership in the 20s.
Oh, okay.
So it's got really cool provenance. Yeah, it's really dope.
It's crazy.
So is this your thing? Like as you expand, are you going to look for former breweries?
That would definitely be my MO for
yeah,
sure.
It seems like a good idea.
It sounds like, that's what I was
Now
going
that
to
we've
say.
done it, and I see other people building breweries, I'm like, you guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get.
He like one of those people that wait for people's house to foreclose. He
I
was
mean,
like,
you gotta understand, like they come into a building that they're renting, doing this like sloped floor with drains. Like this probably costs $100,000.
right.
You know, this is some bullshit.
It's already in there. Right, I already have it.
So are these like the original barrels and stuff that was already here?
This was all here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so this was actually
Yes.
in the 1800s. There was a brewery across the street, and this was the horse carriage, like the stable house.
Okay.
They kept the horses in here.
So it's like the parking lot.
and delivered
This is
the
parking
beer.
lot.
Yeah.
Yo, that is crazy.
Hold up.
crazy.
Not even the parking lot for the people to drink. It's the parking lot for the
horses to
workers.
deliver the beer.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
These are you
That's
can
a
see
lot of
these,
history,
like,
man.
horse
Yeah, that's
stalls.
good history, man.
It's really cool.
That's
Really
crazy.
cool. Yeah.
So this is at least the third brewery that's been here.
Yep.
Wow.
So-
it's like
Nice.
a historical significance now, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I mean,
Wait, can you list this as a historical property? Would it be listed as one?
I
It should be.
think
Like
Maybe
you know how
'cause
they,
this is the
you know how they
stable.
like
This
they
was the
can't knock
stable.
down buildings because
Right. But because of the stable, maybe not. If it was the actual
building
brewery,
across the street.
maybe. But that's already knocked down, I think, I guess.
yeah, that's already gone.
Okay.
And because of the location, I don't think they give a shit what goes on over here. Honestly.
So when with this location, but you say that is this location like? Have you seen? Do you think it could be like service would be different in a
mean?
different location? Like, do you think it would do better in another location or
This is just small for us.
small?
This is just we could do more with bigger, but I don't want
Would you really
to.
want bigger?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. We like we don't distribute.
Right.
We don't sell kegs. We don't sell cans to like anywhere. Like, you want our beer? It's here. That's it. We don't. I mean, we have 2 draft accounts in the city, and a couple places we sell cans, but like, we don't sell to stores or anything like that. And I don't really want to. And that's kind of why we got the Jenkintown place. It's just another way to move beer out there.
Right.
But you know, you can see it's small in here. It's tight for us.
Yeah.
So.
Are you guys still canning? That's still a thing but you still have to just come here.
Yep.
You still had to come on right there to get the cans. Okay.
Now that that's just strategic, like maybe one day we'll get to, or you always want to be
I
local?
would like to keep it all ourselves.
Okay.
Obviously will never be what Treehouse is, but that's the model.
Okay.
Have you guys ever been there?
I heard of it, but I haven't been there.
I mean, every person that walks out of there has a hand truck with like 10 cases on it that they just dropped like 2 G's.
Right.
Every person.
Yeah.
And there's a line of 100 people. They do like $500,000 a day in retail sales out the door.
Wow.
Yeah.
And people are
it's
traveling all over just to.
and that's
that
the
area.
key. That people travel in their destination.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to try and become
Okay.
a destination.
Gotcha. So the
And you have to
distribution
come.
will not be
Exactly.
available.
If you can just get me at the store,
Right,
you ain't
right.
gonna come here
Right.
and
Yeah,
check it out, and then
Right.
it's not as desirable. It's just the liquid's got to be good enough for people to travel and
Right.
want to do something like that.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we can keep that going.
So how do you do that if you don't distribute? Because if I'm somewhere else, how do I know what the beer tastes like?
You got to come and get it. Like, we'll do little drops. Like, I'll send 40 cases to Virginia, or like, my cousin owns a beer distributor in Ambler, so like, we'll get him. Like, we will here and there.
Right.
Beer festivals, we do a lot of beer festivals.
But it's all
beer festivals.
We do a lot of.
But it's all strategic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get 40 cases here. I'm gonna go to these
Exactly.
14 beer
The places
Right,
that we
right.
sell draft are purely like for marketing reasons. So like
Right,
the most popular restaurants in the
Yes,
city,
yes.
and so we can get the most eyeballs on them. It's not like
Right,
for
okay.
money. It's literally just like.
And then those particular restaurants, they're not going there for the beer, but if
No,
they taste
exactly.
the beer, they're like, I can go to
shit.
Human Robot. It's
Right,
local.
right.
Because
Yeah.
I met Kenan at Irie Jungle. That's in Miami. So it's not,
right.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's true.
He was just a Triple Crossing, Covenant. We do stuff all over now,
Yeah.
and that's so. Yeah, we kind of just try and do that and keep it. That way, we can also control the quality.
Right.
I know there's not old beer in the market.
Yeah, right,
I
you're
know,
right, that's
and
true.
I worked in that industry. I worked for distributors. I saw how that was. I worked for bars. I want to be the anti that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just that's the model.
That's that weed side of it.
Yeah.
I'm the head time.
Direct to consumer. That's
Yeah, that's true.
we didn't have dispensaries when I was selling weed.
I was about to say he did throw in there once it got legal. I got out. I caught it. My ears perked up when he said I was in the weed industry.
Yeah, he didn't say it was tax scheme.
When it's time to get taxed, I got out. I was like, all right.
That's funny.
My God. Birds with a feather.
Yo, but one thing I can say is like the it's a home feeling here though.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you walk in the door, with it being smaller,
Yeah.
like it's almost like a Cheers type situation.
It's a very.
popping off. Like,
I love the vibe.
Yeah.
I'll give you a perfect example. I walked in here. I was by myself. There was a lady asking a question to the beer tender. Another lady that was being served answered the question, and then I laughed like, "Whoa!" And she was like, "Yeah, I know the answer. Like basically, I know the answer, so I'm gonna answer." And the lady who said thank you and walked out and went on about her day. Then I asked the beer tender, and she said, "He's right here."
Yeah.
And it was just like that. So it did from the time I walked in. It felt like, oh, I'm not uncomfortable or at all.
right.
We try and keep a pretty
for
pretty
sure.
good vibe here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
dig
a
it.
good
I'm
vibe.
proud of it.
Now, back to the expansion, because I know, so we're not doing this distribution, but we do want to do more breweries in Philadelphia area.
If we probably only have a couple more years because we're leasing this. This is a lease.
Okay.
If I could find like a 15-barrel production brewery somewhere still in the city that's going out of business, that would be ideal. That would be ideal.
So, guys,
I don't wish that on anyone.
Right, but if you're going out of business, call the Human
But
Robot
holla at your
people.
boy, yeah.
So if the lease runs out, would you ever think about leaving here?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
You know,
contracts. No, we ain't gonna talk.
yeah.
True. But I'm just thinking because it, like you said, it was a perfect scenario.
They
to just
probably
jump
sell
right
us
in.
this first floor when the lease is up. They're probably gonna charge us what they paid for the whole building.
Right.
So,
That's how it works.
you know,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, we'll see. So
But
we're
that's
just
still
kind of
some
hanging
inside
until
baseball
that
that we
happens.
never had on the. Yeah, that's still a question that.
Yeah, he's talking about how small. He talks about how small it is here in Cozy, just in this area, right? But I've been to an event here, and it's like,
People hanging out the.
you don't even care that it's that small.
They come in just to get the beer, and they're out all on the street.
And then we're hanging out in here, and people are standing around. I might have talked to somebody for a good hour in here in this same area with a bunch of people in here, and it was a table line, a table of food there, and it was like margaritas over here.
There was.
So it's still space.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You make it work.
It's more space here than you
Make
think.
it work.
Yeah, I mean that's for private though. Like I can't be
Yeah,
letting the general Joe
right,
flow
right.
in here.
Right.
Like, hey, what's this? Right here.
Hey, of course.
I thought that's
Oh man, yes, I can imagine.
It can't get fresher than this.
No, it cannot, sir. Get off. Get your lips off my
No,
tap.
for sure can't. Once you get all that yeast and shit in your mouth, because you at the bottom, you like.
I had a question. I lost my question. Just that quick.
You had one teed up.
I had one.
Yeah, one teed up.
And then I started talking about that.
He said yeast in your mouth and lost.
So this is Hallertau Pils. This, like I would say, every other recipe in this brewery, Andrew is constantly tweaking and trying to figure out new things. This doesn't change. This is like this is our German Pils. It's to me, it's.
That actually leaned into what my question was, because I know you were saying like Treehouse is the model, and they do like a lot of haze and stuff like that. So is Human Robot, I guess, the Mid Atlantic, and you're focusing on like lagers? Is that like everybody needs to come here and get the lager?
I mean, I like to think that we're one of the top lager breweries in the U.S. It's just so
yes,
you gotta have confidence, right? So yeah, I would like people to come here and wheel out 10 cases of lager on a hand truck.
Have y'all entered any type of competitions or anything?
Yes, we do GABF. We've done that like 2 or 3 times, and we entered World Beer Cup. It's tough. I don't know. It's just
I
weird.
never know how that works, because it's like
really
It's like
subjective.
gymnastics.
really
That's what I'm
weird.
about. It's like gymnastics. It's like the Russian judge and the American judge.
I think
are
it's cool.
conspiring.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, Human Robot, they may be the best.
I mean,
Right.
But we like the Brews and Banter podcast beer. So that's,
Right,
you know what I mean? It don't matter how they taste.
It's real-
I think it
I
is.
don't
it
like
is.
to give Untapped like too much play, because a lot of like the hype beers and all that, like the ratings are skewed, but like our lagers are all of them are like top 5 in the world, basically, like on Untapped.
You
So
heard
and
that
that's
top
like
5 in the world.
You're not getting like all this like hypey bullshit. People are just having the beer and they're like actually rating it. And with lagers, they like rate them like low, like it's
Right.
fucking hard. They're like, this is the best Pilsner I ever had in my life, 3.5. No, they put 3.5. I'm like, what the fuck? Like you just said it was the best you ever had. 3.5.
But because it's a Pilsner.
Because it's a pill.
Yeah.
But if it was a fucking banana, fucking fruitcake,
right,
5.0.
That's what it is.
I got you.
That's not fancy
So
enough.
a 3.5 in Pilsner is a 5.0.
Right. Yes.
It's the best I ever had.
Yes.
Now, if I see you rate a Pilsner higher than 3.5, sir, it's not the best
Or
you ever had.
just don't say it's the best you ever had. It's just
rate it.
Don't say
Like,
that.
You're on both sides of the fence there.
But I've always been told that if you go to a brewery, you taste the pilsners, because that you can't.
Right.
Exactly,
Right.
of course.
If that's a good beer, then
So if that's the best you ever had, then you need to give it a better
But
rating.
like,
Right.
there's so many breweries that don't even have pilsners anymore.
Right.
It's just going to be 17 IPAs, this fruit thing.
So
and
what am I doing if I go into a brewery that doesn't have a Pilsner? How do I judge their...
like, this is a shit brewery. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sure it's fine.
problem
There's many breweries that don't do lager, and they're
but the standard is
fabulous.
lagers and Pilsners tell
Well,
you
because
how,
like you
how
said,
the
there's nothing
brewery
to
is.
hide behind.
Yeah, right.
Like sometimes if you throw some coconut in something that
Yeah.
messed up, throw some coconut or something in there.
On the back end.
Yeah.
do it.
But you can't throw no coconut. You can't throw no
do
coconut
that.
on this. Yeah, I got you.
Would you consider moving outside of the Philadelphia area, like outside of like different states or
the whole
anything?
valley?
Just anywhere?
Nah. I mean, for me, I live 5 minutes away. So start there. Like, it's just really convenient. No. It's always going to be Philly or Philly adjacent, even. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be up 95 somewhere.
Right.
But going out of state, then it's just a whole
Everything changes.
other thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with new laws. It's already a pain in the ass.
Right.
For sure. Dealing with fucking laws.
I get that.
Yo, I know, right?
That's a joke. I get that. I understand.
You know what? That's good. I'm taking that.
I don't like dealing with
put that on the
laws
shirt.
I don't like dealing with laws either. Not at all.
No. I see them popping up more and more, but would you say that y'all are responsible for the milk port coming to the U.S.?
Yes.
So, yes and no. Milk tube? Yeah, I made that shit up. Like, I literally made that shit up. Me. I have the trademark for it. I trademarked it the day after I fucking did it.
That's awesome.
The tube glasses, period?
Well, no. These are classic Stange glasses.
Okay.
They're for, like, Kolsch.
Okay.
So, we brewed a Kolsch and got those glasses.
Okay.
And then it was the first log jamming. We were with a whole bunch of people back here, and I don't know if you know Brienne, Rat Magnet. She is a lager brewer. She does Sacred Profane now. She was at Notch before, and she did Maliko pours all foam of this. This is the traditional, is all that, and so we chalked this. I'm like, this is huge. I gotta drink that much foam.
Right.
So like the next Monday, I filled up one of those, and then I was like, oh, now we're talking.
This is it right here.
I'll call it a milk tube, and then on Tuesday, it'll be Tubes Day. And we'll do a
There you
special
go.
on Tubes Day.
Nice.
So that night, I printed out some stuff, and put it out. I was like, $2 milk tubes on Tubes Day. And then when I woke up, I was like, I feel like this has legs. I called my lawyer. I'm like, yo, trademark this shit. He's like, what is it? I'm like,
Don't even
just
worry about it.
trademark it.
Just get the money.
Nice.
And it's been fun, like seeing it kind of blow up. It's been fun for sure.
Yo, I would have never thought. I've been saying milk tube since I heard about this. And
Have
it's all
you had
because of
one?
you.
Wait, have you had one?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, we have to have one.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, we can have one now.
Want me to grab it now, or you want me to wait?
I say grab it only because we live. I want to make sure that it's up there.
All right, I'm gonna go grab
I
it
would
right
say
now.
grab it.
Cool.
Grab that thing because this is crazy. This pour is crazy, y'all.
Y'all
Crazy.
want to talk about anything while he
It's
gets
gonna
his
be-
milk part?
Well, I mean-
Anything in general?
Yo,
It's cool.
first of all, let's talk about how clean this motherfucking glass is.
I want to talk about how he got different glasses for almost everything single beer, and I'm trying to bring
want every one of
home.
them.
Yep, no, I'm not even.
These are nice.
These are nice glasses. I got one of these though.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
that
I got
little
one of
dimple.
those.
I got this one and a huge one from when I was here at
that one?
bigger than
It's
that.
bigger than that. Yeah.
It's like it was for
It's
Oktoberfest.
fucking
So
mead,
it's like a
like a yo ho ho.
weapon.
But yeah, this is a good brewery. Like people are nice and inviting.
Yeah, it's real home,
And, it's real
homey,
Yeah, real homey.
homey.
They serve food too, right?
Yeah,
they serve food.
There's another, I think it's another business, but they are in here. We can talk about that.
Yeah,
too.
we will. We'll definitely get into that.
Who's all in here?
Let me check and see who's on the live.
Can they even hear us?
Huh?
Can they even hear us?
They can hear us just talk like
I'll be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, I know because they ain't plugged into.
The actual board.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite meal for Thanksgiving, Rob?
My favorite meal,
Not meal, you know what I mean.
my side.
Your favorite side.
It's a toss. It's
Or
a
you-
toss up between. Because I
Some
eat
people
mostly
think,
sides.
yeah, some people think turkey and the ham is overrated. I know you don't eat the ham at all,
Right.
So you could say turkey if that's it, if that
No,
is
'cause
it.
I don't even eat that much turkey. I eat more sides than anything.
Okay.
During Thanksgiving, like I might have like a little bit of turkey, but it's mostly the sides. So I think it's a toss up between
Oh my God!
stuffing, dressing for my southern folk.
Yo, so we gotta chug it.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Toast it up. Oh, go for it.
Oh shit!
Oh, rookies.
Weird, right?
Woo!
He's all stumbling.
Yo, that's crazy. That is a nut ball of a beer. That's crazy. What is going?
It's weird, right? It's good though. It's actually good.
It's great and it's fun.
I'm only good for one of these though.
No, yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like taking a shot, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought until I was here and I drink about
3 or 4 or 5, 10 of them.
Well, some people have a lot of chops.
Hey, people get out of control.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, but it's better to get out of control with this than it would be with shots.
Yo, and it's crazy.
Oh, it's 5%, and you're looking at like 3 ounces of beer.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
nothing.
It's just all foam, guys.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
It's fun. It's fun.
I wish
But
I
they
could've
go
looked
hard
at
in here when you.
It's wild.
They-
Like,
they-
say?
If you see somebody, if somebody see you drink one, you drinking another one. Because they're gonna be like, this one's on me. Let's go.
Now, do you think that's the milk or the tube or the combination of the milk tube?
it's just it's not milk. Do you know what it actually is? Like on the Lucas faucet, how it's poured, like what it is?
No.
Oh, it's so we have these.
I figured it's the foam.
Yeah, it's just foam, but it's from a special faucet.
Ah.
That's why it's like dense like that. So,
Okay. Because it's drinkable.
Exactly.
Most-
When
most
I
of
say
the-
foam,
yeah.
they think it's like Coors Light foam.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's what I was expecting
And
the
you'd
whole
be like,
time. Yeah.
You know,
But
no,
I'm like,
it's
why am I
dense.
drink? The foam's gone.
Yeah, you're like,
What?
I can actually
Yeah.
drink
right,
this
right,
foam.
Right.
So it's a special faucet that just makes it like that creamy, dense foam, basically.
I'm glad I asked that because I would have never.
Yeah,
I would have never known. Yeah.
But it's really fun. Like
It's just fun.
yeah.
Now let me ask you a question about the milk pour though. Are there other styles of beer that we can do the milk pour with, or is it just this style? And what style is this?
So that's Polo Tamavi. That means half dark.
Okay.
So this is like pale. This was Tamavi.
Right.
That's the in between.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, there's the three basically. We only put our Czech beer onto that Lucas faucet because it's a Czech faucet, and we try and have, we bastardize a lot of stuff, so we try and have some integrity at some points.
Right. Understood.
So we only put Czech beer on the Czech Lucas faucets. So you could do any of these as a milk
Any
pour.
other Czech beer.
We
Okay.
did put Doppelbock once because we did box shots, which was like Doppelbock tubes, which was awesome.
Yeah, I would have been with that.
That was one night only.
Tell me when it's the second
But when's
night.
they gonna have that?
Invite me for the second night only.
We have Doppelbock in there? Not yet. I think it's coming.
We gotta have
very soon. It's coming.
We gotta be invited for that one.
Oh, speaking of you looking at see if you have Doppelbock, you have a list of beers that are always being brewed. How often do you brew specialty beers?
The IPAs rotate all the time.
Okay, so it's always
like
a
Dreams
new
of
IPA.
Organon is pretty much like a mainstay IPA. The rest of the IPAs are pretty always different.
rotating.
Yeah,
Okay,
like this
okay.
White Diamond Moon, that's brand new.
Okay.
For the lagers, it's like the three Czech ones always stay, the German pills always stay, and then the rest kind of rotate through different lagers. Like right now we have a Helles and Tin Hoagie. Are you familiar with Tin Hoagie?
Yeah, we had. You had it,
Yeah,
right?
Tin Hoagie. Yeah, we all had it.
Did I have it?
Yeah.
I drunk it off air. I drunk it off air.
What,
Okay,
cans?
okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So,
Out of cans.
real quick, my brother, all he drinks is Coors Light his whole life.
That's how before the podcast, I wouldn't drink beer at all. But it was a Coors Light if you gave me a beer. I was like, I can't drink no more. And they clown me. I still like Coors Light though.
I like Coors Light too.
Yeah.
So my brother, that's all he drank. And
Yeah.
as a kid growing up, he would say, yo, throw me another Tin Hoagie.
Oh wow!
Called Coors Light
That's
Tin
awesome.
Hoagies. So we were like, let's make an American light lager. I was like, can we call it Tin Hoagie?
Yes, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
His brother said, "Where's my cut?"
10% coming to me.
Dude, he has it. He's like, it's too hoppy. I'm like, what?
It's not that Coors Light. It's better. It's better. It actually, and now that you say that, it does remind me. But it is
It's a better, it's an
version
elevated
of
Coors Light.
for sure it is.
Absolutely.
That's
For
funny.
sure.
So we rotate. Like I have a smoked lager coming.
Nice.
Okay.
And
When's that coming?
That's probably next week. And we did a really cool thing.
We're a week late.
I don't know if you know about Schlenkerla Helles. So Schlenkerla is
That
like a
sounds like
smoked brewery in Germany, but they do a Helles where they don't use any smoked malt, but they use the yeast from the smoked beer, right? So it like brings smoke without any smoked malt.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Okay.
We made a smoked beer that was 100% smoked malt, then took the yeast, put it in our regular Helles to see like how smoky will it get from not actually. It's so that's fermenting, and there's a little bit of smoke in it. I'm really stoked for that beer. That's gonna be really cool.
So those come out at the same time?
They will be like
About a
probably
week
2
apart?
weeks apart, week or two.
So we
2
got
weeks
a little
apart.
2 week.
Yeah, why you fuck with the smoke?
Yeah, I like
Oh,
a
yeah?
little
why not?
Roush. We like a little Roush.
All right, cool.
Definitely like a little Roush. For
I think we actually had the brewery. I can't pronounce it, but you pronounce it better than I do. We
The
had that
Schwenkerla?
beer. We had that. It was like a.
You would.
That sounds like some girl I know.
The yellow and red.
Yes, exactly.
Remember the red and
Bottle.
smoke?
It's smoke. It's like
Is that the
bacon.
one that we had to look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that we had that
it
years
was a
ago.
Roush beer,
It was
but
years
Yeah.
ago.
it was a couple years ago. Yeah,
If you find the one that's a blue label,
Did Devin
it's
have
the
to pronounce
Hellas.
it?
yeah, Devin pronounced it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to look it up on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I remember.
Yeah. I think I still have a bottle of it. I haven't drank it. I just use it for
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics, right? It's in the background.
Crack that thing. That's right. Trash as a mother.
I like a good smoke beer as long as it's not too smoky. Like if the smoke's
I
not.
feel like it gotta be too.
Nah, I don't
smoky.
like it overpowering everything. Like I've had a smoked beer.
Like our Roush, like you smell it and you're like, holy
Yeah, I like
shit.
I like the smell. I
But
don't
then
mind
when
that.
you drink it, it's not overpowering.
Okay.
So it's
So
still
you
dry
don't- yeah.
and like kind of
Yeah.
crushable
So
lager.
you like that as well? Like that? You like it to not over the smoke? to
Yeah,
not
no,
overpower?
I can't. Like, I don't want it to taste like it's just like
yeah.
and
I
like
want to.
clean
I want to taste.
and,
I want
like-
to taste a pit.
I love the smell.
I want to taste a barbecue.
You almost
pit.
feel like
God,
you're drinking
yeah.
liquid smoke.
I do. I do though. It's a smoked beer. That's what we doing, right?
I like the smell. The
Yeah,
smell of
yeah, I
it can be
definitely
as
love the
strong
smell. The
as it
smells
can
really
get.
good, for sure.
I love it, but the
Don't
taste
taste
it,
like that smell.
Yeah, I don't
For
want
you.
that. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, don't do that to me. You don't make it seem like I'm scooping out charcoal.
It's a very polarizing beer.
Yeah.
Like, it's very
That's-
polarizing.
I don't want to be eating it. That's too much. I don't want to be eating the charcoal, but I definitely want to be. Definitely want to be tasting it. I was about to say something real crazy, real suspect. I was about to put it real. Like, let me stop. What's up?
Now, going back to the milk tube, have you found that now, based on the popularity of Human Robot, people come here for that? Like, oh, I gotta have a milk tube.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Every single person that comes in
I
here,
feel like you
they
can't
look at the
leave.
menu and they're like,
It's $3.
8 milk tubes, and then they go and like figure out
What they want.
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Every person that comes in gets it
Yes.
around for their
Yes.
crew.
And it's not even. It doesn't seem like it's the regular price of anything because it's like you said, it's a 3-ounce pour.
Yeah.
So you can charge less for it. And then on Tuesdays, it's a tube day. It's
Yeah.
only $2.
Only $2.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. I get 5 of them. I get 5
And
of
then,
them.
like in the world of social media and being creative
Yes,
with shit, like
yes.
it works.
Very
like,
Instagrammable
Yes,
thing.
yes,
Yeah.
very Instagrammable, and that
That's-
draws people to your establishment when it seems like something.
Because it's cool.
It's cool
It's
as
got
shit.
the
Yeah,
white, you know, and
yeah.
chug it.
Right,
It's a
right.
whole
Right.
thing, you know,
It does look like
it's
milk,
great.
and it's not milk at all,
No.
ladies and gentlemen. There's no milk
Yeah,
in
that's
there.
that's good. That's good marketing.
Well, it's everything. It's the milk
It's
tube.
stoner marketing.
It's the the
glass.
The logos. The logo is real.
It's
Human
picture
Robot.
worthy. It's
Even if you're in a Daft Punk, you know Human Robot. Yeah, I love it. So you understand what it is and all that kind of stuff. So it's a whole, I guess, a whole.
It's a
marketing
look.
movement. Yeah,
And a vibe. Like it's
Yeah,
and
it
we're
is.
very like we are crazy about glassware here.
We
were
talked
talking
about
about
it
that
when
when
you
you
walked
went
on.
Did you see our new Irish Stout glassware? You gotta see it. It's
Yeah,
just like a
for
Guinness
sure.
glass. It's
I wanna
gold.
see
It's
it.
fucking awesome.
Because we were talking about the
I like
glassware.
I like the dimple.
All
one.
of them.
Yeah, these little guys.
The cranberry is nice.
great,
All of
you
them
know.
are good. All of them are good.
Yeah, we are. Every beer has its perfectly proper glass.
Okay.
Yeah, I
German
noticed that you
Pils
put
is
the
another big
sour
beer.
in this.
Yeah, all the IPA and all the sour goes in
Yes.
that.
Okay.
I have different bigger glasses usually for the Hellertal pills. I didn't want to give you. I mean, you can have it
Right,
afterwards,
right.
but it was like, let's try some stuff. But every beer has its proper glass. I mean, there's nothing worse than going to a bar and every beer is put into a fucking shaker pint. You know what I mean? It's like
And it's weird because if it is, it's not a big deal until you come to a place that doesn't.
that's
do it.
exactly.
Right,
You
right.
didn't
You know
know.
what I mean? Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right.
Then
don't
you
know
go
what
to
you
a
don't know.
brewery and they're doing it, and I'm like, yo, dude.
Right, right.
Yo,
Stop that.
what
Yeah.
are you doing? Like,
So I
come
had to turn
on.
you off. You go to a different brewery.
If I go to a brewery and I see a shaker
That's the
pint,
last
first of
beer
all,
you
I'll
had.
throw it on the ground, and then I'll walk out the fucking door.
You guys got to be better.
Embarrassing.
You got to
Like,
be better.
Yeah, be better.
Yeah, this is it's creative.
Well, he sounded like me when I was.
But it's true.
When I was see the ring around the glass, I was like,
Yeah.
"That's dirty."
I know it is, but it's creative and it's a creative in a way that's not, because that's the proper way.
Yeah.
Like when you take your CBS training, that's what you're supposed to. The glassware is just as important. Almost. It's
very important.
Yeah, it's a percentage of the drink, the experience.
So that check 10 that I have, if I was to give you a check 10 out of a regular tap in a shaker pint, you'd be like, I mean, this beer's, it's alright, I guess. Like, it's whatever. It's beer. Right. I give it to you in this event. With a big old fluffy head.
It's an event. Yes.
It's, it's a different.
I got you.
It's totally different.
And then like the
cranberry, right?
Then it like has the definition of the head here.
Yep.
Like, so you know. Oh, my beer's
so for
here.
the
People will complain and be like, "Yo, you gave me all this head," and I'm like, "It's 5 liters to that line.
Right.
This is a 23-ounce glass. Like, dog,
dude,
you got
shut up.
19, yeah, don't even go anywhere else and get
fine.
this amount of beer for that money. Go right now."
Right.
I do have a question, Tim, because there's 2 different logos. There's a logo on this one, but there's also a logo here as well.
That's actually the Log Jammin' logo. So that was the beer, that was the glass for Log Jam.
Okay, yeah, so that's the glass I had.
Yeah, so that's like the crazy log logo.
But this is the actual logo.
Yeah, the circle's like our main.
What is that?
It says HR.
Oh shit.
You didn't see that?
Yo, I didn't even notice that, yo.
I saw the circle in the HR.
Yo, at first look, you don't see that at first look, though.
Yeah, it's there, man.
Nah, you look at it like this.
And then they gonna say HR on it. It's definitely not gonna see HR if you tilt it to the side.
Well, speaking of log jamming, so when did that come about? Like, when did because you started in 2020, right?
Yeah, that was
y'all sponsored fest, right?
Yeah, that was our. We wanted to do a lager festival, and it was during the pandemic, so like we couldn't. We weren't even open in here, so we just needed to do something outdoor, and I wanted to do an all lager event.
Okay.
So the first year we did it in like a parking lot down the street, and it was like, it was great, but it was like shit.
Parking lot.
Last year, this one was.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got lucky with that venue. And we just had a lot of good breweries show out too, and it's only going to get better because now it's like people are like hitting on, you're like, oh, can I get in on that? And like these are like heavy hitters hitting me up. Like that.
Well, because the more, one, y'all are like the kings of beer fest now, so the more and more you become like, it's still only like. It's only 2022, so it's like still like
we're still coming out of it.
Still fresh brewery, but you also are popular now on the scene, and with like Ken, like you said,
he's out there, and Kenny's out there doing it. Putting in that work, hitting the streets, and like just really being out there.
He's a people person.
He's definitely a people person. You can't even imagine when I show up to a festival and people are like, "Where's Ken?"
I can imagine.
I'm like,
who the fuck are you?
I'm not.
Right.
Cool, man.
I'm the one that got on the plane this time. Damn. Like, no, you're not.
They're very Kenny. People like Kenny.
That's funny.
I think that's because they probably see him more. The more you're out there, the more they be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Jake's pretty cool.
You're not too bad, Jake.
I mean, it's tough.
I don't know Ken. I got you, Jake. Cool to me.
I got little kids.
Wait till you meet Kid though.
That motherfucker's real.
You like Jake? Wait till you meet Ken. That's funny. God damn.
He's a wild dude. Don't eat the chocolates he tries to give you.
I'm gonna eat them. I want it. I want it. Me and Ken need to have a conversation. Me and you need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation with all of the human human resources department. The whole HR department. I want to talk to.
That's funny.
Has 2023 Log Jam started in terms of the prep?
We've done, I'm trying to. Oddly, the venue was like, we can't commit until New Year's. So, like, that's kind of like, guys, like, come on. Like, hey,
that's interesting.
Kind of a big deal.
That's once the event.
You would think, like,
clear the calendar.
Like, really dope. Like, I don't know. But yes, it's happening.
And it was successful last time, right? So,
I'm trying to, we donated all of we didn't have any the plan was to donate all the profits to the Michael Jackson Foundation.
Oh, nice.
But we didn't make anything. So we came out of pocket $5,000 and gave that straight to the MJF. So that was
cheers.
dope. Yep. So right now, what I've been trying to do is like talk to sponsors.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that we can like give like $10,000 next year and like really fucking like let's do this. Let's
right way.
have this great party, but let's really raise some good money and like do something good. Like, you know. So hopefully that's kind of where I'm like planning right now. Like the breweries will come, like that's not an issue.
Right.
It's like how do we maximize the money that we can donate and like let's blow this out? Because I really think that's a great. I think what the MJF's doing is totally
Right.
fucking awesome.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm really down with
We
it.
support that too.
Yeah, shout out to Garrett Oliver and all the all the board
Garrett's the
members
home.
as well.
Yeah,
Right.
All
seriously.
the recipients and winners too.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they announced a few of them not too long ago, right?
I think so. Yeah, the 2022s. Yeah.
Yeah.
That be
That's
changing lives, man. So to you, Jake.
Right.
That's good, man.
Especially if you, because you know some people would say, "Oh, we didn't make anything. Fuck it," but y'all came out of pocket. Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like we didn't make the money,
Yeah.
but we still wanted.
We're gonna do
This
it.
was the
I
point.
mean, that's
Right,
what
it
that was the point of it. Like,
Right.
And we wanted to make sure we threw a really good party, so we didn't make any money because we wanted to make it really.
The party
dope.
was too good.
Yeah, so like, all right,
It
whatever.
was a good time, though. It was definitely a good time. I can't say that.
I'm gonna speak for them too and say that we'll be a part of it next year.
Yeah, why
for
not?
sure.
Shit.
Yeah,
not,
no,
not just fans.
absolutely.
Though. Like we're not just gonna show up.
Yeah, let's
we'll help out.
Let's talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Did you guys do?
Calm down, though, this
Did
time.
you do a live thing there?
No, we didn't.
Y'all didn't record?
We didn't. We
Y'all
did
did like
record
an
some.
interview.
We
Y'all
did
was
Okay,
some.
you were just recording.
Five,
Okay.
5-10 minutes.
And
I was having too much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
and we walked around with Beer Discovery a little bit. Shout out to them.
Okay, with their little trailer thing or
Yeah, they had
whatever.
the cart.
Was that the weekend of the Roots picnic?
Yeah,
It was.
same weekend
Exactly.
of the Roots picking up.
Yep, exactly.
So that was even better for you guys.
It was crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was crazy.
yeah.
It was good. It was
Yeah,
good.
because it was funny because a lot
All
of
the
people that
after
we
flow.
had talked to was like, "Oh, after this we're going to the Roots Festival." Like it was like, "Oh, okay, y'all doing both y'all great be
And
touring."
then people come,
Day right there,
people
bro.
come
Yeah.
from all over,
Yeah.
and that's another reason because it's Philadelphia.
Yeah.
There's the Native
Things-
America, the Roots
Right.
picnic. There's so
Stuff to
many
do.
other things to do, and
Yeah.
people that drink beer, like I'll go to Human Robot, I'll go to the other breweries in Philadelphia.
Right.
You know what I mean,
Right.
and check them out. And because you don't distribute,
Got
Roots, Roots
Yo,
picnic,
and
Roots
it's
picnic
funny.
and Made in America is really good for you guys.
It's funny coming in here. You would never know that in the back. If you keep on walking back, there's a little outside area. It was lit out there that day.
I believe it.
It was beer all over the place.
Beer all over the place.
He did all
At a
that
brewery.
live graffiti. I was
At a
just like
brewery.
looking at it earlier. I smoked a joint right before this, and I was like, "Man, this graffiti he did was really cool. You got to check it out
Yeah.
when we're done." He did like some live writing of all the breweries that came to like Log Jam,
nice.
like
Yeah.
and it was ridiculous. We were just looking at people's phones with a can, like, and they're perfect.
That's crazy.
Yeah, talented dude.
Was that the
Tame.
same guy that was doing it at the festival? Oh yeah, he was
Tame.
good.
Yeah,
yo.
correct. Yeah,
Something
he's
to work
dope.
across the street.
Yes.
Yeah, he like runs the free wall over
Okay.
there. Actually, the Log Jam thing is like right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the beer y'all did with Mackie did the artwork
Yep,
as well.
yep, that was
Yeah, I love
he
that.
did that sketch.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That
Dave's
beer
a
was
good guy.
man. Yeah, he's our guy.
We were able to get him a bunch of money too, so that was dope.
Yeah, good.
And like I think even with Dave, it's more like not just the money. It's like keep the connections and keep this going.
right,
Like you know,
right,
just
absolutely,
come and
right,
let's like let's
absolutely.
talk and
I like that y'all
to
did
these
that,
people. Like it's just like. It's not even about the money. It's just like meet all these people.
Right.
Get in here.
But see, that's
Be
how
a
y'all.
part of
That's
it.
how you and Ken started.
Exactly.
Like y'all were networkers
It's
before
just
y'all
it's
became.
all
the
about the
beer people.
network.
Yeah,
It's all about the
Yeah.
network. And
that's
you know,
what I'm thinking. I'm realizing that with us. Like it's more about who you know.
Who
and-
you know,
and
yeah.
You
Yeah.
say, hey, guy.
And
but it's
don't-
tough to penetrate.
Yo,
you
and then,
know?
and then at the end of the day, just don't be dicks.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a
But-
dick.
And in the beer industry, most people aren't dicks,
Right.
so it's a little bit easier. But still, people.
Some of them are dicks.
Now, when you come to the establishment, there's also food here as well, correct?
Yeah, Poe.
Okay.
So it's a separate business.
Okay.
Y'all know Poe? Also a pothead. Major. But that's
What's the name of this podcast?
Beer and
Nah,
pie?
but he was like the Philly weed guy.
Okay.
Like the reason I knew about Poe is the paper would write about him. Like when they decriminalized weed, like he went up on City Hall and smoked a joint and got the first ticket. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he was like Mr. Weed, and then he had a sandwich shop, and they shut him down. And he also had a big Instagram following. So I'm like, this dude's like semi-famous. I don't know. The sandwich is fine, like
Right.
you know. And then so I hit him up and just on like Instagram, like, yo, I'm opening this brewery. I don't want to run a kitchen. What's up? And he's like, who's this clown? Because I had like 200 Instagram followers. He's like, yeah, okay, cool, dude. Yeah.
And so he said, I got a pound.
So he showed up like. But they've been crushing it, dude. And the sandwiches are fucking great. Like I didn't even know they were that great. And it's just great because he can concentrate on his shit.
Right.
We can concentrate on our stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and it's been a beautiful partnership because so it's been great.
I think that's a dope idea. I mean, I think it's definitely dope on y'all's behalf because you don't have to worry about the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't have to think about dishwashers.
Yeah.
Like you think I want to wake up in the middle of the night and think about a dishwasher?
Right.
So, and it's tough to run a kitchen.
Yes.
And running a kitchen, that's one of the reasons this original place went under because they were trying to run like a whole restaurant.
Okay, see.
And like they had scallop specials and shit. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
No, hoagie, have a cheesesteak, fries, done.
I just need something so I won't be too bad out when I walk out of here. I just need something to eat.
And then give me something that I want to eat when I'm having a good beer. Like
it's just like it's wild.
Might have a stout.
So it's been a great thing.
Yeah, like I that's oysters and fucking.
What's a beer that goes with oysters? A saison?
Maybe a stout.
So
Because they make.
we made oyster beer.
They make.
Of course you did.
We made a lager with oysters in it. We did that with
So
Trump
people
Sen.
that are allergic to
It's great,
seafood, can they
actually.
drink it?
That's a good question. I don't know. It mostly like just brings saltiness to the beer, but like I'm not kidding. Like we sat there and ate oysters and just threw the shells into.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm gonna say people that have seafood allergies will
Probably.
die. They can't drink that.
Yeah, I was thinking seafood allergies. You probably wouldn't want that beer.
They can't
Actually.
drink that. But that, remember you had a lobster or something.
Yeah, but that was
That
more
was
like
nasty.
Nah,
The
it
lobster
was- it
saison, the
wasn't-
oxbow one?
It wasn't bad.
It was like lemon.
The thing is that it didn't
Tastes
it
like
was
lobster.
it was something that would have went good with lobster.
Okay.
It wasn't that it tastes like the can made it seem like
That's
it
why I
was-
think
this
it was
beer
bad.
is
That's
like
why I call it.
It was a surf and
this one.
turf that I want to say it was who did that.
Don't matter. They didn't. It wasn't human robots.
It wasn't them, but I don't remember who it was. But it was
Yeah,
surf
it was
and
more
turf.
of
So
a
they had like a
compliment. It was a
steak.
complimentary.
They had a steak one and a lobster.
right,
joint.
that's
Oh, it was like a pairing kind of deal.
The steak was kind of like the steak one was a little smoky.
Yeah.
and it's like had a meat filling to it.
It was
but
more
then-
of a pairing beer.
Yeah.
It tastes like lobster.
Yeah. The lobster one was more like a lemony flavorish. Like
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Seemed like you could
Nah,
dip.
I want a little roll of lobster roll.
But now
in
it
my
seemed
joint.
like if you was to make a lobster or something, you could pour that over top of
Like
it,
a beer lobster.
Let it soak in it or something. Yeah, it would have been good.
marinade.
So no. I know you don't distribute and all that stuff, but do you do like partnerships throughout the city in terms of you'll be the featured beer at a venue or an event or something like that?
Not really.
Okay.
We basically we sell to like a couple restaurants, like Pizzeria Badia.
Okay.
And like
That just sounds funny. I'm sorry.
like I don't know, like just like the best. Like Zahav sells our beer, Vetri sells our beer, Fiorello we sell beer to. We try and go to more restaurant-driven, food-driven, chef-driven, like fancy kind of places.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be on at another beer bar.
Right.
It's just kind
Now,
of
when the restaurants, when you distribute to the restaurants, are there more than one type of style that go out? Or is it
it's
just
usually
like a lager or
one
the
style.
Pilsner?
Like it's odd. Like the super high end restaurants, like the Vetri and Zahavs, they just get IPA. It's kind of funny, which is weird, but that's cool.
That is very strange.
Like, they just get IPA. Same with Fiorello, which is this nice fancy possibly.
So you're the lager brewery, and they want IPAs.
Yo, try the IPA. It's really good.
Yeah,
He's not an IPA guy.
Not an IPA guy.
You're
And I ain't gonna
probably
try
not
and
gonna
convince you
get
because
But we had one not too long ago. Was Hell to the Leaf? I think it was.
yeah, that was our Widowmaker collab. Yeah.
that was phenomenal. Did you drink it?
No.
No, you didn't drink it.
Yeah,
It was an IPA,
like
wasn't
I
it?
said,
Yeah.
I still think our IPAs are world class.
Yeah,
I'm not,
right.
like, it's
Right.
you know.
I think that's a smart move too to go more towards like the restaurants instead of
In
like
the high end.
Yeah, in the
Instead of
high end restaurants because those are those people will get that beer and look for it.
That's
Right. Yeah. If it's good,
the people
if
with
they really enjoy it. Yeah.
And again, like I came from the beer bar world, and I love it, and it got me where I am. But it's, I don't know.
But for all intents and purposes, you're a brewery. So why would you want to be in another bar?
Exactly.
If you're not,
You
you're not distributing.
Yeah, like I'm
you
on
don't
then competing with myself.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why I never understood.
Why would they
that.
go?
Yeah.
Because now, if
You
that's
know?
my favorite bar, I'll go there to get your
Exactly.
beer.
Why would I do
don't
that?
want you to do that.
I want you to come here and give
Right,
me every dollar.
Every
I want
dollar,
all of
right,
it.
right. I give him. He gets $3 on the beer.
I mean, think of it. Like I
Yeah.
sell a keg of Pilsner to a restaurant for $180. I would get $700
for
it
that
if
same
I
beer if
sold
you
it.
poured it. Right. If you
Right.
poured
Why
it.
would I sell
Exactly.
it?
Exactly.
And I get like people have to because they brew so much, and they have to. We don't have to.
Right.
We don't brew
right.
that. You know.
So and you're putting the kegs in the places where the people are going to
Well,
come
in fact,
here
that you have a
and
tap
want
house, it's not like you just do distribution only.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't do any distribution, so people
and
gotta come.
and they don't have a distribution deal or the restaurant deal in Arizona. So those people in Arizona,
right.
like it's in Philly.
You have
so
to
they're
come
like,
here.
oh, this is
But,
human
like,
robot.
during
They
the
see it on the
pandemic,
menu. They can just go over
we
there.
did Tavor for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like you could have bought our beer anywhere at some point, just to kind of sprinkle it out, just so people can see it, try it.
Right. All right, but
So-
it works that is also in Philadelphia, which is
I was going to say.
It's like
that's
like
what
the-
I was going to say.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to say the benefit
Yeah.
of being. That's one of the benefits of being in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is becoming a beer destination.
I mean,
And it's a
You know.
food
Yeah.
destination, like for people.
Absolutely.
And people love history
Yeah,
for
people
some
love
reason.
history.
Like, love American history for some reason. They love
some
American
reason.
history, and they be coming here like, I gotta see the fucking whatever the shit is out here.
we were here on Saturday. They were still lining up for the Liberty Bell. So people
Yo,
still come.
4th of July.
Meanwhile, you can go around the side and get a perfect view with no lie. You go right around the side and go right next to it, like shit, right there. And then move on your way.
Right. But I guess you want to be people who are out of town. I guess they want to
I don't want
really.
glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that,
It's so weird how people like we being from the area. I never was like, I want to
Yeah,
go to
that's
Philly
what it
to
is,
look at the
yeah.
Liberty Bell.
Well, that's because you're so close.
because we're so close.
Right, oh, I know exactly. Like,
It's like
Ben
we don't give a
Franklin?
fuck about Delaware
No.
beaches, but people love Delaware beaches.
Yo, when I found out Delaware Beaches was like a top spot,
Like, yes.
blew my whole fucking mind. Are you kidding me?
You like, who gives a fuck about
I've been
Rehoboth?
going there my whole life. It's nothing there that appetizes me.
Well, there's some people that's been landlocked, so they don't really get to beaches anyway. So
Right, but I'm talking about New Yorkers and people in New Jersey that come to Rehoboth Beach.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
I'm like, wow.
But see, that's what I was saying. Like with that, with Philadelphia being a food staple, like it's good to just have your beers in those kind of places because now
absolutely.
Yeah.
that because even that person that's not from here goes to one of those restaurants. They on a hunt now.
what's this?
They either gonna stop
Yeah.
by here before they
Yes.
leave, or they
Yes.
coming back.
Yes,
to
yes.
come to human
The next time I come
robot.
back, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Or they like in search of. And they like, guess what? Human robot don't got cans. So
Right. Well, you definitely.
ISO.
I'm sure people definitely have traded the beer for sure.
Do you can everything?
90%.
Okay.
90% of what you
Yeah.
make?
okay, so we can send you, but nope. Come on
The
out to
splash, the fruit stuff only goes in crowlers.
Okay.
We don't run that through the canning
Okay.
line. Mostly everything else gets canned.
I like that setup, and I like the idea of dollies of people.
Yeah.
People walking out
Yeah.
with dollies. That's the goal. Like, I've never
me.
heard that goal before. And I like that goal.
It's watching it happen. You're just like,
Yeah,
this is
cases
so
and
much
cases.
money.
Yeah.
Right.
Treehouse they just bought a golf course.
Right.
That's how much money they make. They bought
got
a golf course.
I'm trying to figure
They
out,
got
like,
a
what's-
treehouse country club.
What are we
Decent
doing,
money.
Treehouse? That money is good. Like,
Yo,
what are we
deep
doing?
pocket.
It's the trade and the mule market that really
It's
it
crazy.
really takes it to another level. So
Yeah.
so you
We had a
get
beer
there.
share, and
Yeah.
now I'm coming here.
Well, yeah, people be like, "Yo, I'm going to Treehouse," and now I say, "I'm going to Human Robot." Who wants something? Yeah, give me a case of
Right,
Right.
I mean, in the lager world, Suarez kind of does. Like, they don't really distribute. They drop a little bit here and there, but they're all lager brewery basically, and like, that's kind of the model we're kind of that's the model we're looking at.
I like it. I'm
Me
with
too.
it.
So when people walk into Human Robot, what is the one? I guess I always ask this question. What is the one
that's a good
beer
question.
they have to have before they leave?
All of
I mean,
them.
if a tube doesn't count,
Yeah, not the tube. Oh, you got to have the tube.
I feel like the
that's
tube-
just off the top.
Yeah.
You got to have that.
Okay, so that's second. What's the second beer they got?
Right.
it's got to be the Hallertau Pils, I'd say. I
Okay.
mean, the last Pils,
Okay,
the
okay.
German
I just
Pils,
want to read it.
is probably what I would say.
Yeah, like, cause that is a good question. Cause everybody's automatically gonna get that milk pour.
Yeah.
Like that milk tube. Like
Is there any other milk pours in the area that you know of?
Yeah,
it ain't no milk
But
tube.
there ain't no tubes. Ain't no
Nah.
tube
Don't-
stays.
No
No,
tube.
I mean,
No tubes days.
most people I don't care about. There's a couple people I'm like, take my name out your mouth.
Jake don't like some people. Jake got problems with some people.
How dare you hear?
tell you
How dare you call it a tube?
Say two. Say two one more time. One more time.
Funny. Lori sent that nice letter there.
She said,
I would like to call such and such brewery, and I will be sending you a letter on Tuesday. You will get it on Tuesday because it's Tuesday for me. It's gonna be contract day for you.
I got it.
cease and desist on the tubes. Damn,
But
man.
honestly, any little, I mean, Check 10, Pol Tamale, but Hallertau Pils. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So
Okay.
They have to
That's
have
the
the
one.
Pilsner to
That's
have
the
it
one.
to check it out. But you don't have traditional flights, but you can get smaller pours.
You can get smaller pours. Yes, you can get like half pours of everything. Yeah.
Why not the flights though? Was that on purpose?
Yeah.
But why do you offer smaller pours and not the flight?
Because I already have the glasses for smaller pours. I don't want to have. I don't.
Flight glass.
Because
Ah,
like,
see
yo,
Because he is a businessman.
and because he has specific
It's
glasses for,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
beer,
that's true.
right?
you want a
So
small
get a small
check
pour,
beer.
I'll
Like,
put it
I'm
in
not
there.
going to put it in one of those like stupid flight glasses.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get
the feel,
the
the
feel.
whole
And
the
like,
whole
God,
entrance.
it's 4%. Like, you can handle this.
Yeah,
you know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
I got you. I got.
And we
Makes
had
perfect sense.
somebody else here, another brewer that came on and said they don't do flights either because one, it takes some of the integrity of the of that one pour out. So because if you tasted a multiple, you don't really
Get to enjoy that one.
Enjoy that.
That's
flavor.
true.
And I don't want somebody like taking that little thing and taking a little sip and then going
And then-
on untap.
And they said, yeah, oh, right.
Had it out of that little shitty glass.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
of course it wasn't fucking good.
Right.
Come on.
Right. You don't even know what it tastes like, really.
Yeah, even if they said it was good, they didn't get the experience.
Yeah.
They don't
So
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't fit.
How did y'all come up with that? Was there somebody that came up with like no flights? This is the reason why.
I think from the beginning,
Yeah, y'all all
me and
do.
the brewer were both like, no flights.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That makes
And as
sense.
a former beer tender, flights fucking suck.
yeah, absolutely. But like, you know, the one part who like ran the money, he's like, look at all this money. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
No flights.
Flights suck.
And the bartenders hate
Yeah,
you, man. The
yes,
beer tenders
I
hate
can
you.
imagine. Now I think
and
about
I
it.
would walk in there like, yeah, give me.
Because when we
Y'all
took
got 6
over,
flights?
they already had flight paddles
Yeah,
and the
of
glasses. I had all that shit. Threw it away.
That's the only thing I don't want.
Yeah, 'cause I remember when I used to do beer tender, and people would say, "Yeah, let me get a flight." I'd be like,
Fuck you.
Like, you know what? Fuck you.
Now we know why Jake don't like it. Why didn't you like it as a beer tender?
"Should've just
It's too much work, right?
Like I just poured 2 beers, bop, bop, but now I got 4, 5, 6 big pours, and I gotta pour them smaller.
And you gotta do them small. You gotta arrange them. Maybe like fill out what.
Right, people write down.
And then they picked the stout with like a nitro, then you got inside, you got wait till shit. They're just,
Pain in the ass.
and now like 9 other people saying, sir.
Yeah,
Come
yeah. And then they want the same shit. Can I get a nitro
that should
flight,
work.
please?
Yeah, I could see where that would suck.
That's when I never thought the beer tenders would have.
Neither, but now that he
Now
said
it
it,
makes perfect
yes, it
sense.
makes perfect sense.
So everybody, all the beer tenders come to Human Robot. Ain't no flights here, baby. We ain't flying out here, baby.
Right, ain't no flights here.
Yeah, it's an experience, but I definitely
I was going to ask, like, what does Human Robot have coming up in the near future?
More lager.
More lager.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got a warehouse down the street, so we can more beer. So there'll probably be more cans going out, but not to Philadelphia.
glad I know
We'll send to
Jake.
like New York, Virginia,
Delaware.
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 You know someone in Delaware. Like if you have
know
someone, like I could, we can do a drop somewhere. But that's kind of what we want to do. Like just sprinkle a little. Other than that, we're staying the course, chilling.
You got any events coming up?
Log jamming. I think we're actually gonna do in Jenkintown. We're gonna do like a holiday stumble. I think we're gonna have like 10 or 12 different breweries at Jenkintown and do like a kick the keg kind of situation where you have a contest to see which brewery can kick their keg the fastest. I think we're gonna do that in between Christmas and New Year's.
I would love to, please invite us to the holiday
I
stumble.
will let you all know.
Come to that. Yes, I would love to stumble.
I was just trying to help them kick the
I
can.
got my Uber ready already.
Jenkintown?
That's great.
Listen, I'm not driving it. If I'm kicking a keg on a stumble crawl, I can't drive. No, sir. I'm responsible. I'm an adult.
That's funny.
Well, for what we haven't covered, there's something that you want people to know about. Well, actually, no, I'm going to go back because I've seen a lot of videos and stuff like that with like Ricky Williams. Like, is that a partnership as well? Is like,
Yo, that was a random thing. That was like the greatest day of my life. I mean, it's like a weed house. Like, oh,
Right.
man.
I was about to say more reasons than one.
Right.
That was like just a friend of a friend. Like, we're in town. Can we film there? I'm like, is Ricky gonna be there? Like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, come on over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we're open to anything like that, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing really in the pipeline, like in particular, that I can think of.
Right.
I know if you're throwing some hemp or something in another
Nah.
Right.
beer.
Why not?
That's illegal.
It's illegal.
We got
Only if you tell.
follow laws now.
Only if you tell.
With the ingredients, they have to know. It's Pennsylvania and Delaware are terrible places.
I thought you could throw some
Well,
out.
maybe you can make it in Jersey.
No, Jersey
just-
laws are worse.
Yeah.
All right,
That's enough of that conversation. It's a
Maybe you could just make it for us.
Well,
Make
I just
a
actually I saw the
homebrew.
video and I saw Ricky was in the tap room.
Oh, seeing collaboration
It
going.
was like a
Maybe.
Sparks greatness thing. They just were like, "Oh, you guys are great. We're great. What
Nice.
makes us great?" And I was just like, "Can we just talk about weed?"
And that's it.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. That was like, hey, Ricky Williams is here.
Yeah, that's
He's
pretty
not really
cool.
football anymore, but he is
Very
a
cool.
man about smoking.
Yeah.
Did you
Right.
know he was drafted by the Phillies?
Was he?
He
The
played
baseball? I didn't know that.
Oh, shit.
When that's like
I was
18-year-old?
yo, you got that Philly connection because Donovan was drafted before. He's like, actually, I was drafted by the Phillies. I was like, what?
There was so many
played
football.
baseball?
There's so many
It's like,
football
yeah.
and baseball players that were
Crazy.
drafted.
That's how athletic that
Yeah.
is. Like,
Yeah,
probably
it's
just picked up a
crazy.
bat and they're like, yeah.
Yep, you can
Good
do
at
it
that, too.
Yeah. You want to steal 100 bases this season? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. He's our
Run,
designated
motherfucker.
runner. He's our designated runner. As soon as the boy do his high kick, he gone. Second base. I'm in scoring position, coach.
Yeah, maybe should have went that route. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he was good in football, but
I think he was better. He was probably better in football. That's why he went that route.
well, you never know because they said
Never know.
Iverson was better in football. than
But he got
basketball.
arrested. That's why he didn't play football. He was going to play football in college until he got arrested.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But fortunately for us, go Sixers.
Right.
Yeah.
Go Sixers anytime I get a chance.
All right. So is there? Well, I think my question was before. If we didn't cover it, is there anything like people should know about human robot when they come through, like in terms of or something like I guess a fun fact about a human robot that you want people to know?
No, I mean, just, we'd like to have a good time. I
This is a
don't
fact.
really, I don't really know. I want to, for log jamming, like I said before, like we really want to raise a lot of money for MJF, so I really want that to be like our focus for that for the next couple of months. But other than that, it's just let's make good beer, chill, good
Heard
vibes.
that. I heard that.
Good.
I heard that.
All right. Well, any more questions from you?
Yoda.
Yo, nah, I don't have no questions. Why y'all do this to me,
He'll have
yo?
a question in 3 minutes.
I ask him when I get off.
Funny when we turn the mics off.
Oh, I did have another. Nah, I don't have another.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for inviting us
thanks
over,
for
man.
inviting us
Appreciate
over.
you, bro.
Thanks for inviting us over.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us chill at your home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, we always like to know how people can find everybody on these YouTubes and IGs and all that kind of stuff. So how can they find more about Human Robot?
We keep it very simple. Like our website is basically just for buying stuff. It's humanrobotbeer.com. Human Robot Beer on Instagram is everything, basically. So hopefully they won't take us down.
That was easy.
Jake, what's your favorite style of beer?
It has changed. I mean, I was a haze head forever. I would say now it's probably, I love the Tamavi 13. I love Czech Dark Lager. That's what I want.
And see that I didn't even ask that question. Right. Lou did.
Yeah. We always gotta get the style in.
See?
I forgot.
No, I'm just saying the extra question.
I know. You got,
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. No, I don't. No.
It wasn't me.
I'm holding it inside.
I'm holding it inside. I want to ask this question so bad. So bad.
All right, yo, how can they find you?
You can find me on IG at IM30 at IM302YODA. Yeah.
Lou?
Hey guys, y'all see me? My name is Lou Belgium. I'll be on them Instagrams.
On them Instagrams.
You can find Bruising Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and Twitch, and TikTok at Bruising Banter Podcast. What? Yeah, we on there. We on there a little bit. We on there.
At least one reel.
Right, we in them streets, kind of.
You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can even say, Alexa, play Bruising Banter Podcast. I checked again yesterday. You can't. It doesn't work. You can't say Alexa, say Bruising Banter Podcast, and they will play your episode because we are on Amazon Music as well as Pandora and iHeart. Even though they're not they're not one of the places that most people listen to podcasts. But you can
they ain't
go
sponsors
there.
either.
But you can go there and listen as well.
Right.
If you want to follow me, Rob G, Rob Say Bruising, I don't have it.
There's nothing there. Rob, there's nothing there. You're not putting anything.
I got a muscle memory now.
Right.
Once again, we want to thank Jake for having us here at Human Robot.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Until next time,
Chill.
Have a good week, everyone.
Next time.
Cheers.
Bye.
Peace.
Y'all be safe.